The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run. On the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 24. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Working quickly here. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. Going power with a big tight end. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's on the move. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Taking a deep shot here. This is brought in at the 15. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. We get a timeout here called by the offense. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one does not go far. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs break the tie here in the 1st. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Trey Tucker to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll throw it. This ball's cut by Bowers. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to push one. He's got it deep downfield. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get it down to a single point. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. We're all knotted up at 14. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. It's Pacheco again. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for Raiders first. Looking for a throw here. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked up on 1st down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Blitz coming, Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing is Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards at the end. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Chiefs driving. The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Getting out to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down that left. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get 38 out of the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Now a run here from the gun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. From the 32. Completed to his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Got a man, Bowers has it. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Has it down close. He has the touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for lotteries. It's but 4 touchdowns and 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Nearly an interception on that play. So second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Flushed out of the pocket. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. Has a man, it's Brown. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to throw it. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 42.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. They'll run here on first down. And they had that one contained right at the line. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. You took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your...
They're on him again. He goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I can just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
3rd and long for him here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. That's caught. He found some space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for Raiders 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. to throw it on first down. Throw left side, complete. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Third and short, Mostert. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Vegas first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action on first down. Firing one deep for the end. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Chiefs have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. One. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Right back to Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Raiders get to it.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
They're going play action. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. Shotgun handoff for Mostert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push their lead to 18.
24.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs make it an 11-point ball game.
42. Chiefs 31. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup. Then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 46. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Brought in inside the 20. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders up by 11. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Now a give left side. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Back to the well again. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. A bit of desperation. They connect on the deep shot. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back to throw Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. Pacheco hauls it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Trying to set this up quick. To the air, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. Caught near the end zone. And he's into the end zone. They are really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Mostert on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's going deep. That's cut at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out.